This is Mike Franklin. I'm the legal representative for the property owner, taxpayer at 201 Pine Bush Road in the town of Broome, Schoharie County. And I'm going to review the SCAR petition. And we're in the Schoharie County ImageMate County Records. And I'm searching on the property itself. Here's a photo of the property. It's under construction. It's got it classified as 210 single-family residence at $135,700 fair market value at $86 per square foot. Land assessment is $42,700. And the inventory has it classified as two full baths. Okay, we're going to be reviewing all that. Currently, there are no baths. There is one bathroom framed in, but there's not even so much as a toilet in it. The plumbing is not hooked up. The electric is not hooked up. It says it's built in 2020. It's not built even as of today, which is November 20th, 2021. It has the second level at 216 square feet. The petitioner is suggesting that this is storage space. About 1/3 of that area has ceilings adequate to stand up in. It's essentially a loft area, and it's open, but it's completely unfinished. It's just framed in, so it's not usable space at this point. So the actual square footage we're suggesting is either 864 or perhaps a third of 216, which would be about 72 square feet. And improvements, covered porch. Those porches are covered. Let's see, but they were not sided as of April 1st, and we'll be showing you pictures. The valuation date is as of July 1st, 2020. This didn't exist at that time. It did get framed and a roof was put in by the end of September. And we're going to also suggest that valuation as of July 1st, 2020, it was the pandemic was active and you couldn't show properties at that time. Or do open houses or market it normally. Later in the year, the market did pick up, but as of July 1st, 2020, and the beginning portion of 2020, there was no market. But it hadn't been built, so that's not relevant either. But the condition date is as of March 1st, 2021, and at that time, it looked approximately like this. I'm not certain what the date of this photo is. But the roof was put on in end of September 2020 to protect it from the elements, and siding was on one side, but the siding on the back and sides wasn't finished until April of 2021, which is past the valuation date. And we're going to see that this gravel was put down, and we have receipts for that. That was $300 and some. I'll show you the photos of that, of the invoice. The property was purchased for $15,000 and I already had a well. The petitioner did put in a septic, although it's not connected, and he spent $5,400 on the septic and a water line. But again, the water nor the septic is hooked up, and but the gravel is down, and those $300 some for the gravel, and I'll be showing you those invoices shortly. Let's see. So it had the appearance in the road of having siding here and a roof, so it looked like a house. And so that could make the assessors think that the house is perhaps functional and livable. But we'll be showing you photos that he's saying that there's a kitchen. There is no kitchen. There's no counters. There's no nothing. There's just framed walls. About all there is to the bathroom is a shower floor. That's it. And a framed wall. And so it says there's two full baths. There's only one framed, and it's not even in existence. And I'll be showing you those photos. Let me see here. And so what we're going to show you is that the land was purchased arm's length fair market value for $15,000, and yet it's assessed for $42,700. And this building is assessed at $86 a square foot. Most of the other properties in the area that are livable, although they are older, are assessed in the $54 range per square foot, and some of them are even significantly less. So the assessments, some of the properties have more acreage for not much more of an assessment, and their square footage are much less. And those properties are livable. This property is not livable. Let me show you some of the photos and review. Okay, so electricity. Petitioner has indicated that he has electricity in the basement to be able to do construction, but it's not, the house is not hooked up. And here's an electrical panel that is not completed as of yet. I'm going to show you the bathroom. Okay, this is the bathroom. They say that it has a full bathroom. This is the extent of the full bathroom. And here's another angle of it. You can see it in the distance. You can see that tub floor right there. And let's see, here's one more. Okay, so that's where the bathroom is at. It says there's two. There's only one, and one is not even complete whatsoever. Let's take a look at the plumbing. Okay, it's not hooked up. Okay, these photos here, this one, they were taken yesterday, November 19th, 2021. And let me see, and this one is the of the loft area. They say it's 216 square feet. So you can see the sides are angled. Let me see if I got a different angle of that for you here. So here's a look from, so you can see what the ceiling looks like, from that spot. Okay, so it's not a finished space, at this juncture, and I'm not certain it ever will be. It just is storage. And I'm going to show you the gravel bed that was put down. $367.80. And I've got an invoice for the septic work and the water line, $5,400. Right there, 400, 800, and 600. I think the 600 is for a water line. So 4,800 for the septic, 600 for a water line. 5,400 is the improvement there. So again, the siding didn't get finished until April 2021. It's not finished still. But the side by the road looked like this, which would give the assessor the impression that perhaps the house is livable, when it's not. Here's the inventory says that it has forced air. Well, there's your forced air. It's not hooked up. And the oil's not hooked up. Let's see what more is there to see here. It's a framed in. It's a frame with some windows. That's what's going on in this house. I think that that's all there is to say about that. So I'm going to go to the comparable properties. So let me go down my list here one more time. And also, the petitioner, taxpayer, is a landscaper. This house is not professionally built. He is his own general contractor, and he has his friends work on it. And he's had a couple of subcontractors, bring some gravel and put in a septic. But other than that, he and his friends are building the thing. Let's see. One bath framed in. No toilets. There's no kitchen. No stove of any kind. Let's see. I've already talked about the second level, low ceilings. Let's see. The roof was finished at the end of September to protect the framing from the elements. Makes it appear as though it's a house. But the siding wasn't finished until after the condition period of March 1st, 2021. The whole project has been somewhat delayed by, partially and due to the fact that the property owner is a landscaper in Long Island, and when the weather's good, he has to be making money down there, and when the weather's no good, he might come up here on weekends and do things. But also the material costs have delayed the project as well. The taxpayer invited the assessor to take a look in the window. He's not here during the week, but he was transparent and told the assessor to verify the status of this build. Let's see. Then, okay, and again, as of the valuation date, the house didn't exist. And as of the condition date, it was not livable, had no electric, no bathroom, no kitchen, none of these things. And it had no siding, didn't even have any siding on three sides of it. Okay, so now we're going to look at other properties on this road. Let's see here. So I'm going to just do Pine Bush. In the town of Broome. Okay, search. Okay. So we've got 180 Pine Bush. I've already reviewed this and the perpendicular road, which is Bell Hill Road. And so 180 Pine Bush Road was built in 1958, so it's not really comparable, but it's at $54 a square feet. It's livable. The subject property is not livable. Okay. 181 Pine Bush. This one is built 1975, so it's an older house, but it's at $53 a square foot. But it's livable, and it has 26 acres for $51,400, whereas subject is about 9.5 for $42,700. So that's not right either. Let's see, what else does he have? Okay, we've got 220 Pine Bush. Okay, 220 Pine Bush has got 30.87 acres, assessed at $60,400 versus 9.5 at $42,700. And this is 140. Let's see, 220 Pine Bush. Okay, then I go to 148 Pine Bush. And this one's a historic property, so they're not really comparable, but it's at $34 a square foot. It's got 97.6 acres at $151,200. So it's got basically 10 times the acreage for 3 times the assessment, approximately a little more than 3 times the assessment. Total assessment is $206,300, and it's 148, and it has 2 large barns. So that doesn't seem right either. And livable, the subject is not livable. 115 Pine Bush. Some of the other properties I didn't talk about because they have double wides on them. These are houses that are more similar or similar size acreage. 115 Pine Bush has got it's assessed at $94,000. It was built in 1983. It has a pole barn and detached garage. The square footage is inventoried at 768 square foot, but I measured the house on Google and it appears to be 2,400 square feet. So and it has a large deck, as you can see. And like I say, the additional inventory of a pole barn and a detached garage. And, and it's assessed for $94,100. And, it does have less acreage, but it's got 2.5 times the square footage and it's livable. Okay. And, Okay, 431 Pine Hill, and we're almost done. 431. Oh no, okay, we're gonna move over to Bell Hill, and I'm gonna show you where that is. This subject property is right here, and this is Pine Hill Road, and those are the properties that are on this road, and I'm going to talk about some that are in this area here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go Bell Hill, and we're almost done. And it's in Broome. Okay, 431 Bell Hill. 431 Bell Hill is at $53 a square foot. It's got 1,456 square feet, so it's a half again larger. Built in 2002, and it's livable. It's got about the same amount of acreage, and it's assessed for $36,000 in the land, which is less than the subject. It's got a large garage and 42 by 28, whereas the inventory has that garage at 14 by 22. And he's assessed for, it's livable, and it's assessed for less. 400 Bell Hill Road. Okay, 400 Bell Hill Road has got a little bit more acreage, and the assessment is less, 13.76 versus 9.5, and its assessed for land is 35,800. It has 2 decks, and it's a total of 147K, and it's livable. Okay. 380 Bell Hill. 380 Bell Hill is it's $58 a square feet. It's got 17.1 acres, and it's $40,000 for the land versus $42,700 for this one. So it's got more acreage, and it's built 2005. It's livable, and it has a detached garage quad set hut. The square footage on that one is comparable, but the acreage and the deck and the garage are additional features. 336 Bell Hill Road. Okay, this one is a historical, not directly comparable, but it's 72.87 acres, and it's assessed at $84,000. So it's 7 times the acreage and only twice the assessment on the land. It's assessed at $38 a square foot, but it also has a 24 by 32 barn, and the house is 600 square feet more, and it's assessed, not much more money. So that's not right. But anyway, in summary, the inventory is incorrect. There are no baths, and even if there were, this thing has it as 2 baths. The inventory does, and there's only 1, but it hasn't. There's not even a toilet. It's only been framed in. There's no electric hooked up as of the evaluation date. Other than in the basement run-in for construction purposes. There's no electric in the bathroom, in the kitchen, in the bedrooms, nothing like that. The land was purchased arm's length with a well on it for $15,000 in a recent sale. The tax records indicate it's arm's length and that the value is usable. And so, he did add some gravel, and he added a septic that's not hooked up. And he put $5,400 into that improvement, another $50 into the gravel. So call it 55, call it $6,000. So the assessment is double what it probably should be here. And even if the house were completed, the land assessment is off. The cost per square foot is higher than just about anybody else. And the other properties have barns, detached garages, they have decks, and this property owner has none of those. And the photos will be attached to the petition. Again, this is Mike Franklin regarding 201 Pine Bush Road, town of Broome, Schoharie County. Thank you very much.